Okay.
Good afternoon, good evening, or good morning, East-West viewers. This is Philip Shaw here from Dresden, Ontario, coming to you for another month of our East-West discussion with Dr. Enamal Haq from Dhaka, Bangladesh, and I hope that everybody's doing well. This month, I thought we would talk about something that is somewhat, I find it kind of incredibly interesting, and that's kind of the role of celebrity in our political leadership in the world, as well as getting things done in the world. And specifically, reason I bring it up, we've had many topics through the years in East-West, whether we talk about economic issues, some of the war issues, the religious issues, and different things like that. But some of our more popular East-West segments over time has been when we talked about the role of film in society. We talked about Bollywood films and films from Morocco to Fiji and films in Hollywood, and people found that very popular. And we've also talked about the role that Donald Trump, President Trump, has played in the many different iterations of the things that the American president is doing around the world. And I realize that he is not the most popular leader in many parts of the world. Some parts of the United States he is, but the thing that makes him somewhat different is that he was a big celebrity before he was elected in 2016, and he has always done things somewhat differently, partly taking advantage of that celebrity, and you see it to this day. Like, for instance, I don't know how much that had to do with the 20-point peace plan that he had in the Middle East over the last few weeks, or what he's trying to do in Russia and Ukraine, but clearly the man was a celebrity, and he has used celebrity to try to get some of the policies that he wants done. But the other thing that celebrity does, just like those segments of East-West when we talked about the film industry in Bollywood and other things, people enjoy that. People are tied into their interests, that they like looking at that. And it's the same thing with celebrity. When you take Donald Trump, for instance, everybody's wondering what he's going to do every day. And so they tune in to try to find out, simply because regardless of how you feel about the policies, he's an interesting watch on television, or he's an interesting watch on YouTube. And there's other examples of that as well. Like, for instance, Justin Trudeau, the former Prime Minister of Canada, he was somewhat a celebrity too. Of course, he's gone. Another one I think about is the Italian Prime Minister, the first female Prime Minister of Italy, Giorgia Meloni. She's everywhere on social media. She's everywhere on television, where you can see the Prime Minister of Italy and what she's up to. Japan being named. And there's other examples in South Asia, whether that's Pakistan, whether that's India, where people that have somewhat of a celebrity get elected, become leaders, and sometimes they put the weight of that celebrity behind the policies they're proposing. For instance, Donald Trump is obviously a pretty good one. He has all kinds of things he's doing. Lots of people disagree with it, but he has the weight of celebrity behind a lot of that, and it makes for a very, regardless how you feel about it, it's very compelling with regard to getting things done and with regard to getting elected. So I'll throw it back to Enamal to weigh in on this. I think it's kind of interesting when you think about it. We might have all kinds of issues we'd like to talk about. When you talk about celebrity, people key in on that. And that's something that we have to take into consideration when we talk about all these global issues.
Thank you, Phil. I think it's interesting. The way I would look into this one is that, yes, do you become celebrity first and then become a most talked about politician? Or do you actually develop yourself as a celebrity? Now, celebrity has different forms. If you think about it, celebrities like a player, celebrities like a film star. And these celebrities that we are talking about in today's world are the celebrities coming from social media. A lot of them are actually from social media.
Yeah.
In Bangladesh, you see celebrities are coming from the status of their family. So the father was the prime minister, so the family has a celebrity status. So things like that is becoming more. So in other words, our society used to be, not that always, it used to be that if someone has a family stature and if someone is, parents are known, even in India, if I remember, the cricket superstars were also given the status of celebrity. In Bangladesh, the last prime minister, create and ask some of the cricket superstar to become MP for her party. Most of them are.
Imran Khan from Pakistan. Right?
Imran Khan from Pakistan is another one. But I think the current celebrity that we are all looking at, but except probably Putin, he is not a neither of the celebrity status. Assume neither that he is a Twitter person or any. So he's not like that. But most, you have talked about the Italian Prime Minister. She's also very popular in social media. Trump is actually one of the first one to flag social media as a strategy of getting into politics and becoming a celebrity from the social media. So he eventually created his own software.
Yeah, he created Truth Social, his own particular social media. He created his own. So
exactly. So he has done it so that he can maintain it. And now because of that, used to be. I remember when I was young, I used to look into the American White House press secretary. Used to be a celebrity by themselves, and we used to glue to them, wait for what they are saying. Right now, the press wing is not that powerful. In fact, it is the Twitter, it is the social media, others of Facebook issues are becoming popular. So almost everyone, including our chief advisor, he has his own Facebook page and he
YouTube page as well.
Yes, so YouTube page as well, and he uses it in order to tell what he has done every day. So in a way, it's actually replacing some of these, traditional strategy of using press secretary to answer questions every day and people waiting for that, what is happening in White House. Now the Prime Minister or the President of Trump himself releases everything. So I think there's a big change. Probably is the change required for the Gen Z or Gen X generations.
Yeah, well, they do it because it's compelling, right?
Yeah.
And it's getting worse now because they're combining artificial intelligence memes, like Donald Trump is doing that, the president's doing that. He did it over the past week. I think
that's another new issue, particularly using AI to write your short messages, because it has to be short, it has to be clean, it has to give the message. So a lot of times celebrities should use AI to actually give the message in a better way.
Yeah, but still, it's compelling, and because they're celebrities, they're compelling. You mentioned Muhammad Yunus. Well, that's clearly he's one of the biggest celebrities, Bangladesh. Now he's found himself as chief advisor of the interim government, and that will change. But the idea of celebrity is just like when you and I were talking about Bollywood. People found that compelling because it's just kind of attractive to look at, and it's a compelling thing. And it's the same thing. It's the same thing now with all these political leaders using their social media or other means to push their agenda. And when it's the most powerful person in the world, Mr. Trump, I mean, it's like this in spades. Whether you agree with him or not, he's partly pushing a lot of his policies, and celebrity is part of the mix on this as he goes ahead.
Yes, that is true. But I'm also wondering one more thing, which is interesting for people to think through. Because imagine the celebrity is taking the steps. So, for example, Professor Yunus is a very good example. He was a celebrity by himself before coming into the power. He was given Nobel Peace Prize, and he became a bigger celebrity. So nowadays, these are, particularly I'm wondering about the new Nobel Peace Prize given to the Venezuelan lady, if you remember, that's also creating celebrity. So in a way, you are creating stars with different strategy, but end of the day, it's influencing people.
Yes, it is, because it's compelling, and it's just like if we started out our segment with the latest coming up from Bollywood, probably get more views than just people looking at you and me. It's just a fact of life. It's just a fact of life that whether it's celebrity just makes it more compelling. But right now in the world, and there's lots of examples in South Asia. There's other examples in Italy, as I said. Maybe they'll be in Japan with the new female prime minister. I don't know. But like, for instance, Giorgia Meloni is one of them. So as we go ahead, it'll be interesting to see how this changes. Most likely it'll just become more compelling and more compelling and more compelling. We could talk about the social media aspects of this, about all the people becoming addicted to just seeing more and more and more. But that's not what this is about. It's just about what I see is this compelling part of it, where celebrity is part of the global culture now, and part of this is we're seeing our political leaders at different stages really pushing their agenda based on all this. I really find it quite fascinating.
Thank you, Phil. That was a good discussion in terms of thinking through, because I think with the new world coming to us, with the new generations looking at it, I think that will be the name for the for tomorrow, particularly. Maybe social influencer will become prime ministers at one day.
Well, maybe we'll even become celebrities one day. Who knows? But at least 40-year-old friends.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.